What's up, everybody? I am one third of the Los Wise Guys podcast, Eslam, aka Rock God of the Sun, accompanied by one of my co hosts, Dan Papa Sunkiller. And we are here to bring you a special San Diego Comic Con reacts to a bunch of their stuff that was announced today and Saturday. We are recording this, and then Friday and stuff. So we're going to be covering some of that stuff. And yeah, so go check us out on our website, uh, shown below right here. Amazing content, as well as go check out our.
I don't
Also,
have
don't
so much.
forget, yeah, sorry. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment below on what you guys thought of San Diego Comic Con. And, give us a subscribe. Click the button. Click it right now. And then, let's get started, guys. All right, we're going to start off with some Marvel. Marvel had a big showing, showed up a lot of their stuff that's coming out for Phase 5. Kevin Feige obviously leading that charge. And not we're not the biggest Marvel universe cinematic universe fans, but there was some stuff that I thought were interesting that should be talked about today.
I just
So,
want to point out it's great because if anything, Disco would be the most supportive of what's going
yeah.
on here, and just of course we're like, yeah, let's do it and not have him on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the man was busy,
Oh,
so
absolutely, absolutely. But this I like this because there's nobody to defend Marvel.
exactly.
That's what I
I'll
appreciate.
defend it a little bit, but
Nah, you don't want to. You don't want to do that.
it's all right.
You don't
It's
want
all
to do
right.
that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do. Um, I'm gonna start off with some Daredevil. Um, Shout out to IGN for their amazing coverage of San Diego Comic Con. But yeah, so Daredevil new series on Disney Plus is coming out in 2024. The new show is called Daredevil Born Again. Charlie Cox reprising his role as the Daredevil himself, as well as the Wilson Fisk, the actor. I forgot his name. Something
D'Onofrio,
D'Onofrio.
Vincent
D'Onof-
D'Onofrio.
yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio coming back as well as the Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk. I'm excited about that. Out of all the Netflix shows that they did for Marvel, Daredevil was the best one and one of my favorites. I think Charlie Cox did an amazing job with it, and with the character, I love the way they did the costume. A lot of the fight scenes were amazing. The whole show is like dark, gritty, and like a lot of fun for me. So
Do we
I
know if
enjoyed it
this
very
is
much.
continuing on, or is this an alternate universe? Do we have any of that information, or no?
I think it's just continuing because he showed up in Spider-Man No Way Home.
But is that the same quote unquote universe as the Netflix series?
It is because the Netflix series I think had
It
mentioned.
mentioned the stuff from the Avengers movie, but once
Yeah,
again, I don't. That was never confirmed. It was the same universe. For all we know, there was another incident that occurred with the
could
Avengers in
be.
that universe. That's
You're
that's why
100.
I'm just curious about it.
No, you're 100% right. It could be. I don't know if they mentioned all that detail in San Diego Comic Con.
Okay.
If it's in another universe or not, but it is going to be part of the larger
MCU.
MCU, which is definitely jumping into the multiverse, which is why you bring up that point, which is a
Okay.
great point. So, yes, Charlie Cox coming back as Daredevil. Very excited about this.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely
next
enjoyed
up,
the show.
was that?
No, I said I definitely enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Next up, one of the new series that Disney Plus had created for Marvel was a What If, which is an animated anthology series, kind of going through the multiverse and all its goodness, I guess. Um, I usually like anthology series. I did not give this show a shot, but I guess it was good enough to get a second season.
Hmm.
And let's see what they do this time. I think they mentioned some stuff here about will be who will be coming for these episode. Uh, uh, including I guess yeah. So the first animated series in the MCU will return for a second season in early 2023 at San Diego Comic Con 2022. It was revealed that in this new season will feature heroes and villains from the MCU multiverse realities, including Captain Carter, Steve Rogers as Iron Man, interesting, Black Widow, Thor's Ragnarok, Hela, young Star Lord, and Ego, the Scarlet Witch, Mandarin, and more. The preview also showed Thanos fighting Captain America from Infinity War. The final part of the preview also revealed to take place in the year 1602, which is surely a nod to Marvel 1602, a 2003 eight-issue miniseries penned by Neil Gaiman. Shout out to Neil Gaiman, who has the
Same.
Sandman coming out on Netflix. That follows Marvel superheroes that exist in the Elizabethan era, including Nick Fury, X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, and more. So it's interesting that this show is going to bring in the X-Men from another era, um, and the Miss Marvel hinted at the X-Men being a thing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in that show. Spoiler alert: at the end of the show, she was told by her friend, um, I think Brian, I don't remember his fucking name, that she has something else going on with her DNA, and she was also a descendant of half Jinn, well, a Jinn mother and a human father. So it's interesting to see what's going on with that. And the X gene comes from the father, if they are going off what we were told in X-Men 3,
Yeah, I
which
was like,
is
it does,
funny.
yeah,
Uh,
I forgot about that, but yeah, you're right. That was mentioned in the old movies. Is she
I
not
think
an
was it
Inhuman in the series or no?
Inhuman?
Because I believe in comics she's an Inhuman. Because remember for a while when Marvel was like, we're getting big with the MCU, but we don't have rights to X Men, so we're just gonna make Inhumans X Men.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all these people who should have been mutants are now going to be called Inhumans. So that's where she became an Inhuman. Do you know if that was the case in the show or not?
I do not know. No,
Because it almost seems
no,
like they
because
might
in the
reverse
show,
it if they're going to make her a mutant now, potentially a mutant.
well, in the show when he told her that, the X-Men theme
Sound,
played in the
yeah.
background. That yeah, yeah. So I think it will be mutants because of that.
Nice. I've been saying it for a while. I always hated the Inhuman thing. That was
Yeah.
one of the biggest things I hated about the MCU, where it's just like, just because you don't have the rights to what is arguably the greatest
Yeah.
IP in all of Marvel, you
Yep.
have to come up with something else to compete with it, with the
Well,
Inhuman.
Inhumans were already a thing in the comics, so
They were a team in the
yeah.
comics. There was
Yeah.
a team called Inhumans, and then they were like, we can't do X Men, so we don't have rights to mutants. So
So
we're
they
gonna
created.
take the team Inhuman and make it into a whole species.
So also with the show Agents of Shield, they took that Inhuman thing really far, and
Hmm.
that's what all the superpower people were. But
Yeah,
I don't know what's I don't know if that's gonna stay canon or they're gonna switch it up with the multiverse. But who knows? Um, Next up is Marvel's Zombies, which is a spin off of one of the episodes from the What If Season 1. Now, Dan, you had mentioned to me earlier that this was also a comic book.
yeah. There was a time where zombies was real big around the time Walking Dead started as a comic,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was right before the show started or the show had just started. So
Uh-huh.
everybody was doing zombies. If you recall, Blackest
Yep,
Night
yep, yep, yep,
was
yep.
also a thing. So it's just like it was a phase everybody was going through, and there was Marvel Zombies for a time. I don't know how successful it was. I didn't read it. But I when I heard of Marvel Zombies, I just assumed it was off of that. Me not watching What If, I didn't know this had anything to do with that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it
Um,
probably
s-
does have more to do with What If than the actual comic.
So this Marvel Zombies will be a new animated series that reimagines the Marvel's universe as a new generation of heroes battling against an ever-spreading zombie scourge. The show will be directed by executive producer Brian Andrews. Um, cool. I'm not the biggest fan of zombies. Always I like the funnier comedy type of zombies. Like
It's the worst. Those are the worst
I,
zombies.
yeah. What is the movie called?
Zombieland.
Zombieland. Oh, I
So
love that movie. So fucking good. Um,
I've always been a fan of traditional zombies. Like, it's like I hate Zombieland. I hate 28 Days Later because that's not traditional either. The only
yeah,
exception would be like the Dawn of the Dead 2004 version. That's the only one where I'm like, all right, you get a pass. Everybody else, get your shit together.
yeah, um, yeah. So yeah, this show's coming out. I don't know. I'm definitely not watching it
Oh
because
hell
I
no,
don't really care.
hell no.
Actually, none of these I'm gonna be watching that we just mentioned. Actually, Daredevil, Born Again, I will watch because I love Daredevil. So
I
that I'll
might
be
pass on
giving a
that.
shot.
I might pass on because now it has to do with the MCU
Yeah.
specifically because of that reason. Like,
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Um, Shout out to the Cultured Nerd. I follow that this account on the Instagram. Great account for all your nerd and geek culture. So one of the things that was also announced on Marvel Studios was Spider-Man Freshman Year, which will be an animated show. Also, in the show will be Charlie Cox voicing the Daredevil, which will be very interesting. So he's going to be the Daredevil all over the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
nice.
multiverse actually. So very cool. So I'm kind of enjoying the way this looks. It's very like late '80s, early '90s
Yeah, it's
style
got
of
the old school
drawing.
art style. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm gonna enjoy this. Also, it's an animated series, and I'm a big fan of animated series. So this is your man Peter Parker. Here's his, I guess, Spider-Man costume.
yeah.
And this is early on. Again, this is freshman year. This would be equivalent to like a DC Year One type of
Mm-hmm.
comic book. Um, Here's your Daredevil costume.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's some other
It's
characters. I'm
Osborn
guessing
right
that's
there.
Aunt May, and this is
Norman
Norman
Osborn.
Osborn.
You
Yep,
can always tell by the hair.
yep, yeah. So he also looks similar to the '90s Amazing Spider-Man cartoon,
Okay, yeah. You're right.
right?
That's a good call.
And then I'm really loving this art style, man.
Yeah, I'm
Like this
liking
is
this a lot.
fantastic. Um, and here's a couple of other people that are gonna be there. And
Okay.
then also Doc Ock looks very similar to the
Oh
Amazing
wow, yes,
Spider-Man
yes, he
cartoon,
really
so
does.
same costume and everything. So I'm very excited about this. This is also freshman year, so all these villains are also freshmen.
Oh
It
no.
it's excited. No, not freshmen as in high school. I think just like early in their
Okay, if
careers.
it's early in their careers, yeah, I don't want them to be fucking kids.
No,
Like, they
no,
don't look
no,
like kids. That's why I was
no,
like,
no. They don't.
okay,
I meant yeah, but I misspoke. They're
okay,
early in their careers, as in like freshman year,
okay.
But and then you got like Peter Parker's friends. I can't tell which one is Mary Jane,
Got
if
a
she's
couple
even
options
in
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be one of these two chicks, or maybe this one. Um,
Who knows? They
yeah,
might go with the Gwen Stacy instead.
yeah, this could be Gwen Stacy. Yeah, she's usually blonde, but who knows? They
Yeah,
might
that could be a
switch it up.
version of her as well. One of the
Yeah.
most important things I'm seeing on this isn't even the image; it's the statement that says, here's a first look at the animated series, Spider-Man Freshman Year, and with it seemingly confirmed, this series will not be connected to the MCU." Right there means, oh my god, I can watch this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might enjoy something that they're making.
Yeah, man. This is looking really good. These are different costumes, I guess, that we'll be seeing of
The hell's
Spider-Man
that
in
on
this
the
show.
left?
Which one? This one?
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not sure. I don't know. This is a night Spider-Man. Dude,
mhm.
I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
let's fucking go. I'm
yeah.
excited. Um, Here's Peter with I don't know what this is in the background. I don't think that's the symbiote, but who knows?
Yeah, never know.
We're getting
Mm,
some Doctor Strange
mm.
action, I guess, also in here.
I guess it can't all be good, huh?
Yeah, well, this is has nothing to do with the MCU, so it's
Well, I've never seen a good version of Doctor Strange, but yeah, you're right.
damn. Shots fired.
Yeah, I've never seen anything good of Doctor Strange, be it comic book, video game, nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But what really is drawing me into this is the art style for this. So I'm excited for this new animated series, and I've always loved animated series, whether
Mhm.
they're DC or Marvel. I mean, DC usually kicks ass in the
Yeah.
animated series department. Marvel has not been so great with the animated
They've
series.
had some
So
okay ones here and there.
no,
They haven't
definitely,
really.
especially the ones in the '90s that we grew up with were fantastic.
Well, the
Um,
shows, yeah. I was thinking more in terms of movies. Like you go back to Planet Hulk,
yeah, Planet
which was
Hulk.
like
I
the early
mean,
2000s. That was a good one.
yeah, and then the Into the Spider Verse was
Oh
phenomenal.
yeah,
So
Into the Spider Verse was good as well. But you know, I'm a fan of the '90s Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
series as well. So seeing this, you're right. It
And
does have a
then
lot of nods and callbacks to that. I would like
and
to see.
then obviously the 90s X-Men, which is our next topic. X-Men 97 hits Disney Plus fall 2023, and it is a continuation of the ending of the X-Men series in the 90s. So we will be seeing our favorite X-Men coming back. I
Oh
can't
man,
fucking
look
wait.
at
They
the way
got
they
their
look.
original 90s
Look at the way they
costume.
look.
They look fantastic. Loving the art style, bringing it back.
Okay.
Check out the villains, the Sentinels right there. I forgot his name. Um,
Um. Um. Oh fuck! He works for Essex.
yeah,
Holy hell!
I know, man.
That's
I
I
can.
am letting my younger self down
I
bad right
know, bro. Like I don't
Like
know
I want to
why.
look it up, but I don't want to. Damn it, I got
I
to.
don't know why Sinestro keeps popping into my head, and I know it's
Uh,
not Sinestro. I feel
yeah.
like it has something with an
It's
O in it.
Mister Sinister. Mister Sinister. I knew it
There
was
we go.
Mister something.
All right, Sinister. Sinestro was close.
Yeah,
I
you
know it
got
was
it, Mister
something.
Sinestro.
Yeah, yeah, Mr. Sinestro.
That was Sinister's dad. I want my
um,
son wearing jewelry. We're not that
and
type of
then
family.
check out my man
Magneto.
Magneto. So, Magneto apparently at the end of the X-Men 90s cartoon had redeemed himself and became the new leader of the X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
while um, Professor X left Earth. I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
he left Earth. I don't remember this
Had to get a
happening.
new wheelchair.
Yeah, but we're gonna jump in. Magneto's gonna be the leader of the X-Men. Check out his cool, sexy new costume. I don't see the helmet. I guess he doesn't really care anymore about
The
Professor
only
X
man
getting
who
into
could,
his head.
yeah, who could do anything is off getting a wheelchair on like Pluto or some shit. So he's
I
fine.
guess, yeah, man. I don't know where Professor X went, but I guess we'll find out in this new show.
I
But
vaguely remember something about him leaving the planet. I do want to rewatch it now.
Yeah,
Just to refresh my memory. Because I don't remember the end of the series all that well.
me either. Um, But again, so this is like so out of the stuff that we talked about and all the stuff that Marvel and again, we're not the biggest Marvel fans, but out of all the stuff that Marvel announced, this was the most interesting stuff to me, at least. Um,
Absolutely.
X-Men 97, Spider-Man, and Daredevil Born Again are at the top of my list to watch.
Mhm.
And then there's other stuff that we will talk about later in the week when the full podcast episode comes out. So don't forget to go check that out on this channel. And again, don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment below. Let us know what your favorite things, favorite announcements for the Marvel series were. Um,
Man,
but yeah,
feel free to talk shit to us in the chat thing, not the chat. What was it called on YouTube? I don't know. We're
the
Twitch people.
comments. Yeah, yeah,
The
the
comments.
comments.
Thank you. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we will talk shit back. I will
yeah,
tell you why your opinion sucks.
yeah. 100%. So yeah, let us know what you thought about the Marvel stuff. Like I said, we'll talk more about the other announcements that I'm excited for, movie wise, for Marvel later on the full episode of Los Wise Guys podcast, right here on this channel. And also, don't forget, go check out our website for more amazing content. Website right there on your screen. Go check it out. Dan, any final thoughts for the Marvel stuff?
Very much excited for X-Men 97. I thought that was gonna be the only thing I cared about going in. Now there's
Hmm.
two things.
Yeah,
That and
Spider Man.
Spider-Man freshman year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've said it
I knew I
from
would get you with the art style, the
yeah, no.
Spider
It's as
Man.
soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, it's definitely a callback to old stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Marvel. I've always loved the X-Men. I've always loved Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Those are like two IPs that Marvel has that I love when they utilize them correctly. They got some other stuff that's cool. Daredevil is cool if used correctly.
Hmm.
Blade can be cool if used correctly.
Yep.
There's a few characters, but those IPs, Spider-Man, X-Men, just top tier.
They are phenomenal. Love them too, man.
They're
Those are
amazing. They're uncanny. They're spectacular. All those things.
just straight up
Yeah,
naming comic
ultimate.
books right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, a little comic pun for you
Yeah.
fans out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Like X-Men and Spider-Man are also some of my favorite IOs. My favorite character in the Marvel universe is Magneto.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
I mean, the X-Men have some of the best characters out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, Gambit, Nightcrawler,
Oh
Cyclops,
yeah.
Wolverine. Like
Yep.
the
Yep.
list goes on. Like you know, but
Yeah, man. So final thoughts for me. Again, I'm excited for those two animated series, and again, I love it because they're animated. One of my favorite art styles ever. So just animation in general, and then Daredevil Born Again 2024. Can't wait. Um, I need something to distract me from the election year, the shit show that's going to be coming up in 2024. So hopefully Daredevil will be good enough, and then these other two animated series will be great too. So
I didn't think about the election. Now it's on my mind. So thank
yeah.
you for that.
You're welcome. You need to be in dread with me, bro. I can't be out here alone.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, hopefully this is good then. I don't. That, yeah.
I just
This is
ruined
where
it
we're at
for you.
now. This is where we're
I
at. Thanks.
just ruined it for you.
Appreciate that.
Oh man, I'm sorry. But thank you for listening to this special episode about the San Diego Comic Cons. Hope you guys enjoyed our reactions to these shows that we find very interesting from Marvel. Um, Stay tuned for more content. Thank you for listening. Have a great week.